Hey, it's on here. Hey, how are you? Look at this. Look at this. Wendy.
Just a little bit. We were here like a long time ago. So yeah, right.
Hey, 1, 2, 3, cheese taxi. 1, 2, 3, cheese taxi.
Wow, this is amazing. Such a great showing today of women who are standing with us to launch this great model. And I'm so proud to be here today. We have gathered to announce a groundbreaking project, an application into the market. And we are excited about the future of she taxis and she rides in New York City. We have generated so much support and enthusiasm for she rides, the first ever ride matching service in the United States to offer women-oriented services in the male-dominated taxi industry. She rides is an option for women, which uses an app to connect females, passengers, with a fleet of affiliated female drivers. In New York City's livery industry, women make up about 60% of all rides, yet we are only 2% of all drivers. That is a major disparity. This means that 98% of the current livery and taxi industry in New York City is dominated by males. Now, at the same time, nationally, there's about 40% of women who are the primary breadwinners in their households. Yet, we still face high unemployment and very serious challenges as it relates to earning power in the workplace. Women make only 77 cents on the dollar that every man makes, even in similar professions, and sometimes we do a better job, right, ladies? Yeah! Innovative business models like She Rides will expand opportunities for women in this robust industry. Female drivers are their own boss, they keep their earnings, and there is no pay gap in the livery and taxi industry for women. They will make the same amount that any man makes who is driving today. Income equality! Now, She Rides is the vision of this lady, the taxi veteran and entrepreneur, Stella Mateo. Yes. You will hear from Stella in just a moment, and I have to say that I am pleased to be working with a woman who takes such pride in ensuring other women succeed. She is a businesswoman extraordinaire, but she is always looking for opportunities in everything that she does to lift up other women, raising 2 young girls herself into beautiful, beautiful young ladies. One of them happens to be in medical school right now. And Stella would like to pride herself with being responsible for that, even though they have a dad over there. So Stella's thing is about really empowering women behind the steering wheel and also in the passenger seat, giving them options, making sure they have choices, that we are not in any way bound to any one thing. We've come too far to be in a position where women do not have options in any industry. And today, I am so proud to stand here with She Rides drivers who are enthusiastic about this service. Thank you all for coming out today. These ladies are ready to hit the road. She Rides is innovative for a few reasons. We want to provide economic opportunities, safety, flexibility with family, respect for religious beliefs, and all of this includes and equals up to empowering women, women's empowerment, which our founder is determined to accomplish. Today we are announcing this new brand, However, over the past week, we have tested our capabilities and found that the demand for rides is much higher than what our capabilities in terms of our supply with drivers will mean. We intended to start this program with 50 drivers, but yet we have found over time that we need at least 500 drivers in order for us to be able to come into the market and release our app to the public. And so therefore today, we are announcing a few things. As of tomorrow, you will be able to log on to our website to get information about She Taxis and She Rides in New York City. You will also be able to call our phone number and get information about how you can become a driver, get information and resources on how you become affiliated with our program, how you become affiliated with other bases, and how you ultimately can take on your own success. We are also so excited to announce that beginning tomorrow, we will be starting the She Rides Opportunity Fair. Every day from 10 until 8 p.m., our office will be open for people who would like to get information and again, become a licensed driver in New York City. And if you are a licensed driver, we will be helping you to figure out how you can become affiliated with the She Taxis model. At this time, again, we have 50 eager women who are ready to join us. However, if you would like to see She Taxis succeed, we are hoping that you will encourage women who you know are sitting at home and could be a part of what we are trying to do, to join our movement. And this is indeed a movement. We are looking for women all over this city who have been cast out of an industry to step over and become empowered and be a part of the work that we're doing. At its core, this She Rides program belongs to a legacy of initiatives that fight to improve racial, social, and gender equality. We have created a program that we hope will take on the same actions as affirmative action, which has been the foundation for how so many women were able to find success and opportunities across this nation. The fact that an industry could exist with less than 2% of female inclusion is at odds with the ethical obligations of what this nation stands for and what we fight for here and abroad. But she is a mother and leader to so many in this across this nation, and particularly, I get excited when I'm talking about her, particularly across this state. When I decided to get involved with this program, I called her for her advice on whether or not this is something that I should take on. I knew that there would be people who will always find something to say about anything positive that people are doing. And she told me that if there's 98% of men in any industry, you have the right to go and fight to open it up. So I would like to bring to you the president of the New York State Conference of the NAACP, Ms. Hazel N. Duke.
Good morning. I'm sure the press have many questions on why this program is necessary. In reviewing the stats, as we've heard, 98% in this industry are men. 5 out of 50,000 drivers, we have 574 women. Now, I am the president of the New York State NAACP, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. And people come in all colors. And so I'm here standing for the right of women as well as men who have been excluded out of any part of the corporate or the empowerment to make a decent living. These women have come forth. This is an industry that we support women in this city. Over the last several years, we have seen social and cultural difference. There are many people in our New York City and state with their cultural background coming into our city need this kind of support. So this is not discrimination. This is not reverse. This is inclusion. And so I stand today with She, saying that we will fight. I'm sure that we will get the 500 women, and we will be on the road to a Thank you so much for this motivation. Thank you so much for this movement. Thank you so much for the idea. Women, we need to be included in every industry. So that's what this is about today. Not about exclusion, not about discrimination. It's about inclusion.
Yes!
God bless.
We've also been joined by someone else who is very supportive of the work that Stella Mateo is doing. He is the councilman for Manhattan's 10th District and also the chairman of the Transportation Committee and a good friend, Councilman Yadanis Rodriguez.
Yes!
Well, I'm here because, you know, I have two daughters. And I have in my family, we are 12 brothers and sisters. The first one, they were women, 7 women first. And as a teacher also, when I was in the classroom for 13 years before being elected, I believe that I have some idea of the importance of providing important services to our women. So as a chairman of the Transportation Committee, I'm saying thank you to Ms. Mateo for this great initiative. This will be this is very important across ethnicity. This will be very good for our middle class, upper class, lower class, white, black, Asian, Latino. This kind of the perfect time when we as a city, especially with Vision Zero, we want to be sure that our city is safe. So for me as a chairman of the Transportation Committee, I wanted to pass by, stop by and say, as a chairman of the Transportation Committee, I will be a supporter of this great initiative because this is only Para mí como presidente del Comité de Transportación es una gran oportunidad de estar aquí diciéndole gracias a la señora Mateo por este importante servicio que viene a proveer a todas las mujeres de la ciudad de Nueva York, donde se crearán cientos de miles de trabajos, donde los padres podrán estar seguros cuando sus hijas sean trasladadas en su vehículo manejada por mujeres, donde las mujeres podrán estar seguras que cuando salgan de un lugar social estarán acompañadas de una chofer, de una mujer que le garantizará su seguridad.
We are now going to be joined, let me get on. We are now going to be joined and hear from our attorney who will talk to you about some of the issues that we have been dealing with in terms of putting together our program. His name is Attorney Andrew Chelly from Emory Chelly. Thank you very much.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Looking very pink, it seems to me. I'm here today as a civil rights lawyer to say that the model that Stella has come up with is really the wave of the future and a perfectly lawful and appropriate model in a context where we have historically low rates of women working in this industry. This is a historic solution to a historic problem, and I congratulate Stella for coming up with it and for pressing it. I congratulate all the women here for being on the forefront of the women's movement from my perspective. We have no legal issues as far as I'm concerned. We are confident that this is a lawful and appropriate business model, and we think it's going to be a huge business success as well. So I congratulate you.
Thank you. Okay, so the moment that we all have been waiting for. This young lady standing to my right is going to be coming up to speak to you. This is her first press conference as the owner and founder of She Taxi, She Rides, and also as a lady empowerment. She Rides.
Thank
Stella
you.
Mateo.
Good morning and thank you. What a wonderful day. It's a great day. This is an exciting day. I've always known that She Taxi, She Rides was a good idea, but I never anticipated the level of sports I've been seeing from men and women and men. I want to thank those people who believe in what I am trying to do in increasing service that provides women with equal opportunities. Income equality.
Yes.
In all the years I've been associated with the New York City's taxi industry, I have seen women's needs go unmet on either side of the partition. I wanted to create a service that would empower women financially and personally, while creating a safer and more reliable option for women, female passengers. As I worked for 2 years to make my vision a reality, local-based owners, most of them men, have been extremely supportive, seeing that we must expand opportunities for women in this male-dominated industry. I apologize, I'm really nervous the first time. Thank you. We believe that with She Taxis, She Rides, the taxi industry will become a newer community of drivers and passengers without violating their religious beliefs or alienating their preferences. This is ride matching service intent to empower women to take the wheel. We are not getting off on running as fast as we wanted to. This project has been my baby, and naturally I am anxious. I want to start right away. I wanted to start right away, but I know as a businesswoman that She Taxis, She Rides must be ready to go when we release the app to the public. Our magic number for driver recruitment is 500 to launch in the market, and right now we are about 100. Tomorrow we launch our website, and we are immediately launching the Women Opportunity Fair for those women who want to be drivers, whether they have the TLC license or they need to get one. We are here to help you. Yeah. Our office in Long Island City will be open every day from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
8 p.m.
8 p.m. I'm sorry, to recruitment women. I want to thank God for this opportunity. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, Public Advocate Leticia James, Councilwoman and Chairman of Compensation Committee, Dennis Rodriguez. Man, I'm sorry. Sorry, Danny. Hazel Dukes, darling, thank you. Thank you. President of New York State Chapter of the NAACP. TLC Commissioner Mira Joshi for her guidance and wisdom. Our attorneys Kevin Fega and Civil Rights Attorney Andrew Selly for their advice. Thank you. And last but not least, the men who encouraged to move me forward, who offer unconditional support. My better half, my husband Fernando Mateo. Our public relations firm and spokeswoman, Tamika Mallory. An applause for Tamika. Thank you. Thank you for being here for the support. The Guardian Angels, thank you. Thank you for coming out for us. Thank the media, the press. You guys have been wonderful. Great support. Couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much. Yay! And now, last but not least, all the ladies. Empowering the women to take the wheel. Yes. Thank you. En español. Hoy es un día bendecido, gracias a Dios por darme la oportunidad de estar aquí en un proyecto para empoderar mujeres personalmente y económicamente. Hoy es un día de un movimiento femenino, pero también recibimos los hombres. Por supuesto, la prioridad de nosotros son las mujeres, ayudarlas, esas mujeres que están en casa, que no pueden trabajar por horarios difíciles, con familias, por mujeres que tienen preferencias religiosas, que no pueden montar con un hombre en un carro o manejar un hombre. Solo mujeres tienen el derecho de tener la preferencia para empoderarla económicamente, para que tengan igualdad de salario como los hombres. En América corporal los hombres ganan más dinero que las mujeres. Aquí no, aquí hay una oportunidad para que las mujeres puedan tener el mismo ingreso que los hombres. Quiero dar las gracias al medio, a toda la media que está aquí, a toda la gente que me han apoyado, a los oficiales electos, ya los mencioné anteriormente. Y sin ustedes nunca hubiera podido hacer esto y emprender este proyecto. Gracias. Estoy un poco nerviosa, discúlpenme. Pero de nuevo, muchísimas gracias por el apoyo incondicional que me han dado.
So now we'll open for a few questions and answers.
Hi, Stella, Lisa Anderson, Thompson Reuters Foundation. Do you have a target date when you hope to get the 500 women to release the app?
We're working diligently.
Can you go to the mic every time?
Speak. Go to the mic and speak.
Yes, we are working diligently to recruit as many women as we can. That's why we're opening the Opportunity Fair, and we will be open from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. every day, 7 days a week. To help with the process, the TLC process.
So you have no goal, no date, target date?
Just don't want to say it yet because we waited to prepare. Prepare more. We have been preparing to continue preparing.
So currently you have 100 women and the goal is 500. When did you determine that the demand was so high that you didn't want to launch this right away?
Over the last week, we have been testing and interviewing and doing a poll of the necessity.
How were you testing?
So over the last week, we've received a lot of entries that have come into our office, people saying that they're ready to download the app and they're ready to get started, giving us reservations. And we began to have our phones, whether they be the personal cell phones of folks here, email boxes, really being filled up with information from people who want to start supporting She Rides right away. And in determining the need, we knew that we did not have enough drivers to launch our app into the market. Today. Yeah, today. But we were at 50 drivers last week at some point, and we're at 100 now. So we're growing quickly.
Now you said that this is not discriminatory, but do you expect challenges, say, from men who think it is discriminatory?
No, we're not expecting any challenges from anyone. But there was a news article that was written about whether or not our business model is discriminatory, and so the attorney was addressing that. But we're not expecting there be legal challenges from anyone. I mean, with any business, there could potentially be legal challenges. That's what you have to deal with. Hopefully, the people of this city and just the goodwill people of human rights and folks with civil rights will understand what it is that we're trying to do and help us be on board.
You say it's She Rides, She Taxis. Is this going to include yellow cabs or is this strictly Liberty?
It's not. She Taxis is our name nationally. In some cities and states, you can use the word taxi freely. But in this city, there is the restriction because of the yellow taxi restrictions here in the city. And so we're using She Rides only in New York City.
So are you launching in other cities, or?
We will take this model national. First of all, in major cities across the country, and we're also launching across the entire New York State. But we will, in Westchester particularly, we will be going into that market, but particularly in New York City, it is She Rides.
Can you talk about Westchester? When do you plan to roll that out?
We're working on the entire model at once. So New York State will be launched at one time.
Which
Where
Liberty
do you expect to go
bases?
national?
We also have an office in Mamaroneck right now that is also operating to bring in and recruit folks to become a part of She Rides.
Which Liberty bases have agreed to partner?
There's a list. We'll have to get back to you and let you know. There's a gentleman here now who's with us, but at least 15 to 20 of them have affiliated.
When do you expect to go national?
It's in process right now. It's in process right now, but I'm not going to tell you when because you want to write it down and then come back and say it didn't work out what you said it was supposed to happen. So, no.
Will they be green taxis and black taxis?
It's a livery business, so it will be black cars.
No, none of the green taxis.
No.
Will you allow female Uber drivers to use this app as well?
People who affiliate with us will be able to use the app.
Only people who are affiliated.
You have to affiliate with She Rides through a base. You have to be affiliated with the base already.
And this will include no street meals at all.
We welcome Uber rides. We welcome women to become a part of this industry. From Lyft, from Uber, from anywhere. We're not coming into the industry to try to in any way invade what people are already doing. We're trying to open up opportunities for women, so we're not here for a war anyway.
Well, if maybe the lawyer can address this. I mean, I understand the need and desire to do this, but I mean, how would it would seem that if you could do this, then legally someone could provide an app and a car service only based on race. I only want a particular race, and I only want a particular race driver and a particular race passenger. How would that be illegal and this legal?
It wouldn't be.
It wouldn't be?
No, a race-based limitation would be illegal, no question. But courts treat gender very differently. I think really any challenge to this would be profoundly wrong-headed because it would be directed at a program that is designed to create opportunity for a minority that has been historically excluded from this business. So it's exactly the opposite of your question.
Even despite the motives may be better, you think that it still would be, that's the legality of it?
Motives is part of it, yes, absolutely. But so is effect. We are going to be increasing the number of women available to pick up rides in New York City. 2%. Only 2% of drivers are women in the state. I don't know that there's any other industry, including the construction trades, that are that segregated from a gender perspective. So the pro-civil rights position in this case is the position of She Rides and She Taxis to expand the industry for women. Okay?
Do you take men on any level, any circumstance at all?
Yes, we will. But we will also have men that will be able to use our app. But this business is women oriented. So everything that we do is very, very, it is surrounding the idea of bringing women into the industry, but we are not excluding anyone from being able to use our service.
So if men are allowed to hail a She Ride,
You can't hail a She Ride.
Well, request a She Ride on the app. Doesn't that go against the safety elements of this because doesn't that put the female driver in danger if men know that they are going to get female drivers on this app?
So there are more specifics that you will hear about in the coming weeks about our app and how it functions. But there are women who are driving men right now. So we're not changing anything. There are women who are already on the road, some of the women who are here driving men. And so we're not, again, excluding anyone from being able to work with us as She Rides.
I must add one thing here.
I'm sorry.
The federal government, the state government, and the city government all have mandates to corporate America and anyone that does business with the state, the city, or the feds, where 20 to 25% of whatever they spend, they must spend with minority and women-owned businesses. In this business here, that doesn't exist. You're looking at 2%. And it's people like Hazel Dukes that have fought the civil rights for affirmative action for decades. So we want the federal government, the state government, and the city government to acknowledge that this is the only industry that they're not enforcing a certain percentage of the drivers to be women. They have not told the TLC or encouraged the TLC or mandated the TLC to make special accommodations for women to come into the industry. When a corporation is going to spend $1 million on a product and they do business with the government, $200,000 to $250,000 must be spent with a minority-owned firm. This does not exist here. We want TLC to know and understand that their goal should be our goal. We want the mayor of the city of New York to know and understand that his goal should be our goal and our goal should be his goal. Bring more women into the industry. Make it more level, a more level playing field. Make it for every 10 men, let there be at least 3 women. That's what we're looking for. And that's exactly what we believe. Anyone that's having second thoughts about affirmative action, about a women-owned business, to understand that we've had our struggles. And the struggles in this industry are the numbers. You don't have to go past that. 2% is shameful, and we need to change that. So this effort, it will change that, and we are creating a new tax base. We are creating thousands of new jobs. We are telling women that are sitting home, that fear coming into this industry, come on in. We're telling the Muslim women, the Jewish women that for their religious faith, they cannot allow a man in their car, and they cannot get in a car. We're telling them we're turning that around. So this is more than just an opportunity for women. This is a civil rights issue. It's an issue that the city, the state, and the feds do not allow in corporate America. So don't allow it here.
I could not have said it better if I had written it for him. But he's on the point. The governor of this state, the mayor of this city, have said in their MBE program that they were going to increase the number of minorities being in all fields. And so this is no exception. As I said earlier, this is not exclusion. This is inclusion. And that's what the Women's Action Plan is put about, to increase and bring people who have otherwise been denied. So this is not against anyone. This is including. And as I said, in this city, you know, as we still progress in this city, there are many social and cultural issues we have not addressed. And this is one. And so, besides the employment, there are the cultural issues that we have from our people who are here in this city and a part of this city, our Muslim brothers and sisters, our Jewish Orthodox brothers and sisters. They will be included to have the right, as I have, or you have, to be able to be having service. So I want you to understand this. Press when you go back. It's absolutely a real issue that this city, this state, and the federal government is already addressing.
So one, we didn't put on the record Fernando Mateo's title. He is the president, the spokesperson, and the founder of the New York State Federation of Taxi Drivers.
The president is here.
And also the president is here. Thank you very much for joining us.
I just have a question for Fernando. How do the drivers in your organization, the male drivers, feel about the service?
They are ecstatic. These women all work in bases that they are the 1%er. And they are happy, they are pleased to be able to go and tell their wives, honey, you know what? You can take the kids to school in the morning, you can work a few hours, come back home, make some money, take care of the kids, and do what you have to do and help out in the household. We have at least 4 or 5 different bases here right now with us, and about 20 bases, all male-owned and operated, that have brought their women here to make sure that they have an opportunity to feel safer out in the road. So men have been extremely supportive, and we are extremely grateful. And you know what? There isn't much support because there's no competition. When you have 2% of an industry by women, there's really no competition, nothing that they should worry about. So I don't think they understand that, and we also understand that.
Been in this industry for a long time. What, in your opinion, has discouraged women from becoming drivers? Has it been the obvious safety risks, or have they really been discriminated against and turned away when they've tried to apply for jobs?
No, they haven't been turned away. They have certain issues that they deal with. They see their husbands robbed, shot, killed on a regular basis. So they're saying to themselves, why would I want to do what they're doing? This gives them the opportunity to work with other women. This gives them the opportunity to feel safe. So those women, that's the pool of women that we want. So it's fear factor, it's religion, faith, and the fact that they believe the process is very complicated. So we have made it very simple. You know, Stella and I've been doing this for 16 years. When they used to kill 40, 50, 60 drivers every single year, sometimes 5 or 6 a year. Some of you may remember we were going to deliver 12 caskets to the steps of the Giuliani administration, and we decided that if he gave us $5 million to install cameras and partitions to make the industry safer, create systems with NYPD, that men would feel better about it. But we were losing a lot of men as well. So it's those components that make it very difficult to encourage women to come. But this program, She Taxis, around the nation, and She Rides here in the city of New York will change some of their minds. And we're hoping they're going to come forward. We started with 0. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Now we have 100. Hopefully we'll get to the 500 relatively soon. Press the button, get the app running, and be able to serve some of those people that want our service. What we don't want is for thousands of women to download our app, request a ride, and we not be able to serve them, because then they'll be turned off by it. So after speaking to our attorneys, after speaking to Tamika and the whole team, we said, you know what? This has never happened before. So another few days isn't really going to make a difference. So that's what we're basically doing.
Yes!
We're going to have our last speaker. Go ahead. You kept it.
So a woman can request another driver of the same religion?
You're going to have to find out when the app is available.
So you're not
Yeah, you have to find out
To
when the
be
app is
clear,
available.
men can also request a driver,
When
right?
the app is available, you will be able to find out all the small details, but we are not excluding anyone from being able to use the app.
Okay, so quick question of safety concern. If women were the most fearful of the safety issue, what is it about this service that will make them feel more secure if they will be accepted?
So again, you're going to have to find out exactly how the program will roll out and how it will operate. No one will be excluded, and there are women who are here with us today who drive men on a regular basis. So you'll have to stay around and come back and download our app and find out exactly how the program works.
By default today, you cannot get a woman. It's impossible. But if we can raise that number to 30%, or 30,000 women drivers in this city, then the odds of you getting a female driver, if you're a female, are much higher. So, in essence, what we want to do is put these women in the position where a lot of the rides that they're going to take are going to be women. And remember, 60% of the 600,000 rides this city has daily are by women. So, right now it's hit and miss. You're never going to get a woman. With this program, you have better chances of getting a woman.
So I'm going to introduce now one of our drivers who many of you have been out with over the last week interviewing. She's going to give us some of our closing words. This is Denoa Cruz, and again, she is a driver and has affiliated with our program.
Hi, good morning. My name is Denoa Cruz. The reason I want to say something is to invite all women that pass 55, that sometimes it's hard for them to get a job. They will have like a part-time job, and they all will be nice to go out. They don't have to be home. And to invite them to tell them that this new company has a great potential for financial stability. Thank you.
Thank you all very much for your support, and you'll be hearing more about our program over the coming weeks. Please log on to our website anytime after tomorrow, SheRidesNYC.com. That's SheRidesNYC.com for more information. Thank you all.
And She Taxis for